What's up? Damien here, brandneweveryday.com. I want to get right down to it today and talk to you about something, about good days, bad days, and about good questions and bad questions to ask yourself and to ask the Lord, because I believe it makes all the difference in the outcome and destiny of your life. So check this out, right? Reality is there's going to be good days and bad days, right? Right in the Bible, right from Solomon, it talks about, there's a season for everything. There's a season for harvest. There's a season for sowing and reaping. There's a season for peace, war, right? You know this, right? You lived your life long enough to know that if you take all your days and stack them up, no matter how good your life is, there's going to be some days that are a little harder, some days that are a little easier, some days that are a little more fun, some days that are not so much fun, some days that are more stressful, some days less stressful, right? It's going to happen. That's just life, right? That's just how things pan out. The issue is, how do we deal with that? You see, so many times we feel like, and I hear this all the time, right? From the time that I did youth ministry back to today, to even myself sometimes, I feel like, wow, I feel like sometimes I'm talking to God and I'm not getting answers from God. What are the questions that we're asking? And so many times when things go sideways in our lives, where we hit resistance, where we hit setbacks, where we hit failures, we feel like got punched in the face, we ask the wrong question. Let me tell you what the wrong question is. It's one word: why? Right? That question is the wrong question to ask to the Lord and to having a conversation, right? Why? God, why me? Why me? Why does this have to happen to me? Why didn't, my brother's not dealing with this. My best friend's not dealing with this. There are other people who aren't as kind as me or don't go to church as much as me, and they seem to have better lives. Why me, God? Right? Or why God, right? God, why are you doing this to me, God? Why are you making it so hard? Why can't you just answer the prayer? I know you're real, but man, why are you making my life so difficult, right? Or why this? Why now? And all those questions of why come from a place and lead to a place of victimhood, right? Why? Victim. And what the crazy thing is, I was just talking about this in the car with my daughters today. I said, let me ask you a question. Outside of the book of Job, is there any other place where we have so much direct dialogue from the Lord speaking? Right? And they said Genesis. Yeah, there's some in Genesis. But literally in the book of Job, when the Lord responds to Job, he responds in pages of dialogue from the Lord, responding to Job, his servant, his friend, his trusted one. And we know what he does? You know what he never says in that whole thing? He never tells Job why. Not once. Not once does he say, right? Not once is he like, oh, hey, Job, check it out. Satan came up to me and he was like, nobody's righteous. And I was so proud of you, Job, that I was like, please go ahead. I dare you to test Job. And because I wanted to show my glory through you, Job. And literally thousands of years from now, when people struggle, they will look to you for hope and your name will be remembered forever in the hall of fame of faith as my trust. He never says any of that. He never tells Job why. Not once. He tells him all the other stuff. He tells him, hey, who created the storms? Who told the oceans where to stop? Who created the ibex and who gave, all these things, made everything? Do you store up the hail for times of seasons of war? Do you do all this, Job? He never answers the why question because it's the wrong question for us to ask when we're struggling, when we're down, which begs the question, what's the right question? Well, there's three of them I believe that we can ask and that we need to ask that will move us forward and get us through. The first one is who? Who do you want to be to me, Lord, in this time? Right? Maybe you're going through a job loss. Maybe you're going through a divorce. Maybe you're going through sickness in yourself and your family. Maybe you're going through financial trouble. Lord, who do you want to be to me? Do you want to show yourself as Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Rapha? Do you want to show yourself as the comforter, as the king of peace? Like, what is it? Who is it that you want to be in my life? Right? And the next question is, how do you want to change me through this? How do you want to make me more like your son Jesus so that you can show your glory and put your blessing on me and have me be an impact to other people because of the things that you've done through me? Right? How do you want to change me and shape me into more of who you want me to be? Not because God causes bad things. I want to say that real clear, right? He's a good father. Every good gift comes from above, right? From the Father of lights, who there's no shifting, no changing. So I'm not saying that God brings bad things. Not at all. I don't believe in that theology. I don't think that's theology at all. I think that's badness, right? But what I am saying is, right, this is a fallen world. It's a world full of free will and sin, and sometimes bad things happen. But God will come alongside of us, and he will cause all things to work for good. And that means stopping and saying, okay, How do you want to make me more like Christ through this? How do you want to draw me into my destiny, my purpose and calling? And the last question is, what do you want me to do? Right? Those questions of who do you want to be to me? How do you want to change me into Christ? What do you want me to do? As opposed to that why question. And so right now, whatever it is that you're going through, right? Maybe you're dealing with debt. Maybe you're dealing with marital troubles. Marriage is just on the rocks, or it's just, you feel like you're hitting walls. Maybe you're just exhausted at your work, uninspired. Maybe you're dealing with health issues, weight issues, eating issues, smoking issues, addiction issues, whatever it is. Stop asking the why question. It's not a question that God answers. It's not a question that I don't see any examples in the Word of God where he's just explaining all his stuff to us. In fact, he says to Job, like, you couldn't even comprehend. If I told you, you wouldn't understand, Job. Right? I'm Alpha Omega. I am, I was, I am to come. I see things you don't understand. I have a buddy, Lou, who put it so well once. He said, God's omnipotence, it's like Mario Brothers. Remember Mario Brothers on Nintendo? And we're like, da-da-da-da-da-da, and you're going along the screen, but all we see is the one screen in that one moment. But God is above it all. He sees the beginning, the middle, and the end all at once. So that why question, just like he said to Job, he's like, who are you? You can't understand all the things I've done. What makes you think you could understand anything in my great plan? And when we stay clear of that why question, we can then step into the real question. God, you're my Father. I love you. I need your help. Who do you want to be to me in this season? How do you want to shape me like your Son so that I could be filled with your glory and be a blessing to everybody around me? What do you want me to do? Because I'm your servant. And I'm here, and I'm your friend, and I want to do your will. And so today I just encourage you. I hope that encourages you and blesses you. And welcome to a brand new day every day. God bless.